Yo, what's happening, guys? This is Flo. I'm here with D. So it's being reported that the Los Angeles Lakers potentially might shut down Russell Westbrook for the entirety of the upcoming season. So obviously we're paying this guy a ton of money. D, what do you think about this?
I figured this was going to be top news because, as you guys know, we just acquired Patrick Beverley, and people don't know how that's gonna gel, because these are two guys. Let's go back in the history books. These are two guys that started when Russell Westbrook was with the Thunder, Patrick Beverley was with the Rockets, and that's when they started their playoff beef. You know, Patrick Beverley playing like super hard, tight D on Russell Westbrook calling him a dirty player. And since then, the rivalry had just like continued on. They both had bashed each other to the point where Russell Westbrook even said like, hey man, Patrick Beverley's actually not that good at defense. He just tricks y'all. He's just running around. And Patrick Beverley came out and the JJ Redick podcast and like said like, dude, they're like, he like almost like lost opportunities because people actually believed like what he said, like it fucked with his career. So there's a little scare that they're not going to gel like during like the whole season. So there's been rumors out on Bleacher Report, CBS Sports, that they could, just like how they did with John Wall, how the Rockets just sat him out just for the whole year and like would just waited for trade proposals. That could possibly be a big factor of like what could happen to Russell Westbrook, because as you guys know, I just don't see it like honestly just working out. The way our team is like formed, it's a 3-and-D type of like team, and we already got one ball handler, LeBron James. Russell Westbrook constantly needs the ball, and he doesn't. I never really seen him play off the ball, and so he's a very ball dominant guard. And with Austin Reeves having a bigger role, AD is looking for a comeback year. We got all the Max Christie, all like sharpshooters now. It's going to be very hard for these guys to get open shots and knock him down when Russell Westbrook just has the ball in his hands. And he didn't have a good season last year, man. And it's not like he's getting any younger. You saw like he was not even just missing just open threes and jump shots. And this guy was missing layups. And so like what happens is that in LA, man, if you don't perform at a high level for Tinseltown, we're going to come after you, man. And you could tell last year the pressure was getting to him.
Yeah, man. I'm wondering if the Lakers are doing this to kind of force Russ's hand, obviously bringing in a guy that historically he hasn't really liked, like you said, in Patrick Beverley. I don't know if these guys could coexist. If they do, great, because obviously they're both competitive guys. I do like that competitive edge. But maybe the Lakers are just doing this because I know Russ has pretty much been adamant saying that he won't sign off on any trade. So maybe this is a step to getting him outward. And then, or it could be potentially, I know they like Scottie Pippen Jr. Maybe they just want the young guy to get experience for next season, just because the way how our team's constructed this year, it's pretty much going to be a learning curve. We're going to be going through AD because he's going to be the focal point. We're going to be a more defensive-minded team, so it's going to take a year for them to kind of gel together. I don't see us winning with the team we have constructed right now. I think we're in the step in the right direction. We're going more of a 3-and-D kind of team besides our kind of main two guys, and then they want Austin Reeves to learn how to be that third option. Kyle Kuzma took Kuzma about a year or two to kind of fill that role, and remember that guy got a lot of flack in that role, even though he did help us win a championship. But I don't know if they're gonna stick to this, because we are paying Russell Westbrook all that money. So can you really bench a guy who you're paying that much? The Rockets did it last year, but their team was completely young, so they knew that they had to get those guys experience. Our guys are a little bit older. That window's closing, so I don't know if they're gonna try to roll the dice with Russell Westbrook.
And I think also to add, I think we already saw the Russell Westbrook experience with LeBron James. LeBron James came out with a tweet about defending Russell Westbrook. He was like, man, I can't wait for him to go off this season, which he's supposed to say that. The last thing you want while you're building a team and when your team is like going after trades is you don't want to add like fire to the fuel. You don't want to add drama. And so I think he did good by calming down like the whole drama about Westbrook. But you could tell, I think the front office, like they don't want LeBron, like, because the whole Russell Westbrook coming to LA, that was all LeBron. LeBron wanted him to come. he thought that they could make this work with the big three with Russell Westbrook, AD, and LeBron. But you we saw it. We saw right from the get go that it was not going to work out. All three of them are completely different players. Right now, you have to form the team around AD and LeBron, and you need to get a person who could not only make plays scoring, but also can get back, play defense, and it is not going to be a whole distraction for the team and let the pressure get to him. And Russell Westbrook, man, he wants to be that number one option still. You could tell, and he's not that guy anymore. He was that guy when he was averaging triple doubles, but now, and it's crazy. During the middle of the season, they were talking about how much he would benefit coming off the bench, and you could tell, like I said, he's not getting any younger. His time is ticking, and so that's why I think the front office were we experimented, and I think we're gonna try to shut it down and trade him, because when we get rid of him, that's gonna open so many doors because he has one of the highest contracts in the NBA. So once they get rid of him, that's gonna open more doors to sign people and get an actual talent in LA.
Yeah, man, I think it was smart, like you said, of LeBron James, because if we do keep him, obviously you want him to be kind of happy if he ends up playing, but you also want to say that kind of stuff to try to keep any trade value if there is any left in Russell Westbrook, because obviously if your star guy is bashing him, no team's going to trade for him. But the fact that LeBron James is still vouching, saying he has something in him, maybe teams will look at him.
Yeah.
But you guys let us know in the comments what you guys think about the Lakers potentially shutting down Russell Westbrook for the season. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. We'll see y'all next time. Peace.